Dak Prescott, the Cowboys really kind of mishandled his situation the last couple of years, and they paid for it with their checkbook this year. How do you think that Dak Prescott contract will affect Baker Mayfield? Browns will pick up the fifth-year option, and it's at a very reasonable dollar figure. But how do you think Dak Prescott's monster deal, and here you're looking at it, 4 years, $140 million. You see the guaranteed money, which I wish I was related to Dak Prescott. You see the signing bonus, and Jerry Jones came out and said anything worth having, he's overpaid for. Well, congratulations, because you can add Dak Prescott to that, Jerry Jones. But the question before you is, how do you think that contract affects what the Browns will do with Baker Mayfield coming up here?
Well, I think that it affects it in multiple ways here. So the way you got to look at this is that, for one, just looking at how much money he was willing to shell out, obviously the last couple of years he's been kind of nickel and diming when it comes to that negotiation. But looking at Jerry Jones, he's on that committee looking at the potential new TV deals that could be coming in. You could see a new influx of cash coming into the NFL and could raise those cap numbers up to where, look, in a couple of years, that might not necessarily be as big of a hit compared to what we're going to be seeing. So if I'm the Browns, I'm trying to jump on this Baker Mayfield extension as soon as possible, mainly because Dak is the first domino. The other two you got to worry about are Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, like we talked about before. Baker Mayfield in that draft class in 2018, he was the oldest of those quarterbacks. So out of anything, you might be able to get a slight discount, but you want to go ahead and beat those other two out so that you're not necessarily having to top the other deals. Similar to what we saw last year with Myles Garrett, where you had the $100 million deal for Myles. Obviously, that's ginormous, don't get me wrong. But following that, you had Joey Bosa go ahead and top that as well. So if you set the market first, you're going to have other people top said deal, and it's not going to look as bad for you in the long run. So I think that with Dak signing, I think that the time is on for the Browns, and the time clock is going and going. If I'm the Browns, I'm getting this deal done sooner rather than later with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, you mentioned the NFL TV deal, and there are some reports that it could double. And if it does in fact double, the projections are that 6-7 years down the line, it could be $280 million to $300 million salary cap. Where this year only, it's at $182.5. It's going to jump to like $220 next year. So yeah, the money is going to be there. It's based on the revenue. That's what the salary cap is based on.